You guys, I'm going to tell you, I have no promises today. It's been a floopy day. And I'm just laughing at myself because everything, it's like Mercury retrograde times 10, even though it's not. And I'm like, I'm just trying to chill. Okay. I'm just like, this is the situation that I am in, and I'm just going to play it out. Okay. So I'm expecting about a billion things to go wrong here. I've been laughing so hard. Sorry. I can't wear any eye makeup. If you have seen the past few videos I've done, I cannot wear any eye makeup because I have been either crying or laughing exclusively. Exclusively. I am either crying, like gut wrenching crying, or laughing my butt off so hard that I am crying. And I don't wear waterproof mascara. When I do wear mascara, mascara, because it's pretty scary whenever my mascara comes off. Like, it's like straight up organic stuff, so it just, like, a splash makes it go. So I'm probably gonna laugh a lot in here, and I want to talk a little about that. So, with everybody being quarantined and everything, the isolation, there's stages, right? You've seen memes about this, I'm sure. I love that meme I posted, wash your hands like you're washing Jason Momoa. I think about that every time, and I put a picture of Jason Momoa up in my bathroom, right above my sink, not only to make me smile, because lovely. Waterman, for anybody that follows my channel knows what I mean. I'm pretty sure that I was attracted to Waterman before Jason Momoa became Aquaman, and I manifested that. I do. Because he is the most attractive person in the entire world to me, personally. In the entire, person. And y'all know I fall in love with souls, not faces. Like, he is the most, oh my goodness, Game of Thrones, y'all. Called Drogo. So, that's my Jason Momoa story right there. He's my waterman. That's kind of like what shoots in my head when I see the waterman. So today's been floopy, and I just keep reminding myself to laugh. And the energy, I'm not sure how this is resonating through the soul tribe, but it's so strange, you guys. I've used this Witch's Wisdom deck for a while. And the other day I pulled this card, and today I was shuffling, getting ready for this live. Because I never plan these lives. It's just like Spirit's like, hey, we want to talk. And I get on and say what they're going to say, or channel what they want to say. And I keep pulling this card. Incubation, right? Ustada. That is for Wiccans like dawn or sunrise. Okay, when you're incubating. And isn't this where we are? And the funny thing is I've never seen this card. And it keeps popping out. Guess what else? The original Greek, when you pull it from its Greek root, it means Easter Day, which this is April. How is it I have never seen this card, and it's come out twice in the past 2 days? 3 times. That's crazy. 22 viewers right now. Beautiful. Like and subscribe. It's like tipping. If you're new to my channel, I'm Val with Eternal Transformations Tarot. I'm terrible at this whole YouTube thing, but every day I get a little better. And the other card that keeps coming out, cycles. Moon cycles, but also living cyclically. This incubation is here to teach us that we must live cyclically, and we must live on our own clocks. Timing is fluid. You're on no one else's time schedule but your own. And they are here to remind you, okay, the reason this is happening is because 2020 is an enormous turning point. It's an enormous catapult. They're showing me like a catapult that pulls something back, right? They're pulling you back right now because they're wanting you to see that your thoughts are about to become a new superpower. If you think your thoughts are powerful now, which they already are, the energy is shifting in the world that they want you to look at your thoughts. They don't want you owning a superpower. Sorry, they're talking. They don't want you owning a superpower. that you don't respect. If your thoughts have power, if what you are thinking, what they want you to understand also is how powerful it really is. How you can truly create your own reality, and we are creating our own reality. Many people, I say this a lot, many people as my clients that come on here, for a lot of people, meditation comes up, yoga comes up, different things. And this is different for different people. For some people, meditation is their art. When they're creating, they go off into that other world, their inner self. For some people, meditation is truly the traditional meditation that we know, or the many kinds of traditional trance meditation, whatever it is. For some people, it's cleaning, because it's tedious work, any kind of tedious work. For a lot of men, woodworking or working on their cars, their mind shuts down, and that's their meditation. That's why a lot of men, they work 1950s era, worked all week, and then would spend Saturday or Sunday in their garage. It shuts their mind down. For women, in the 1950s, again, they're showing me these images, but I'm seeing these people in the 1950s. They are washing dishes, but we don't do that anymore, okay? Because we have dishwashers. Because it's too easy to drop your car off at the service center. We don't do the things that were done previously that cause natural meditation within you. It just happens because you just shut down. Whatever a tedious job is, you're focusing on one thing so hard that you start to open up into receiving channeled information from your guides. Whether you believe that or not, believe me, some of your best ideas, right? How many of you have children and have had the most important conversations in your car? Because there's no distraction. You're sitting in the car. First time I told my son about the birds and the bees was in the car. It was quite the awkward conversation. I think that I used foods like tacos and stuff involved. So horrible. I was not good at that, but it happened in the car, right? It's funny how we have got, that's why they're trying to teach us to meditate now. They're bringing you in, they're quarantining you, right? In order to get back to those habits of meditation. Whether you want that to be a traditional meditation, or if you're having a hard time meditating, try what I just talked about. Like when you vacuum your house, instead of like rushing through it, why are you in such a hurry? Move slowly. Vacuum your house slowly. It actually picks up more that way. Look at the difference when you vacuum your carpet slowly in slow rows rather than rushing around real quick. Okay? Washing dishes, as I said. Maybe it's time to clean the baseboards. This is closing out March and spring cleaning, living cyclically. This is what we're supposed to be doing right now to get ready for the new. As you clear this energy around you, you're going to be clearing naturally within you. That's what I mean when I say that. Because you're meditating and you don't realize it. You're opening up to your spirit guides and shutting down this beautiful computer for a minute. You're tricking it. You're tricking your ego into thinking, there's nothing to worry about. You can calm down. We are just cleaning baseboards. You're boring your mind enough to where it shuts down enough for you to receive information. I'm trying to help others. There's a lot of people out there that want to meditate, but I don't have enough time. That want to do yoga, but I don't have enough time. Even if you're still working full time right now, or even if your kids are home and you're used to them being at school, you have less social engagements. Not as many soccer games, not as many weddings and parties and whatever it be. There is more time right now. What a great time to teach your children about medication. I keep wanting to say medication, but isn't it? Isn't it the natural medication for the mind? Meditation is medication. Freudian slip, I think not. No, I think so. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, I've been laughing so much. So I have a new thing I'm doing, and I really want to suggest this to you guys too. Sorry, I'm just splitting the deck and showing you what comes up. If something speaks to you, you'll know it. I have a new thing I'm doing where when I wake up in the morning, before I open my eyes, I smile every morning, no matter what. Before I open my eyes, and smile. And I try to find the most genuine smile, and then that enacts something within me. And if something becomes a habit, to wake up every day smiling, right? And I try to do this from within. I don't allow myself to open my eyes until I catch myself smiling genuinely. So a lot of times, so for instance, this morning, I couldn't smile. It felt weird in my mouth. I kept trying to smile and it felt super fake. So I was like, gosh, I need to laugh. Because I'm someone that I have to laugh every day. I have to. It's my medicine. And so I got on, I started watching bloopers and Ellen, like news bloopers, y'all crack me up. When newscasts, because they're so serious, you know, and when they just crack me up. I love news bloops. But I started watching some of those. I started watching Ellen DeGeneres, some funny animal stuff and all this other stuff, and caught myself laughing. I couldn't stop. It became my face is swollen. I was laughing so hard. And then I started crying about something that was totally, I was like, gosh, am I pregnant? And I'm not pregnant, don't worry. But I'm so like, I guess it's the energy right now. And I haven't been sleeping well. A lot of dreams for me. I'm waking up about every hour covered in sweat. I also think that I might be premenopausal. My mother was about a year older than me when she began hers. And frankly, my mother never went to the doctor as much as she should back then. So she probably started way before she knew it. You know what I mean? So I think that's something else going on right now for me. When I channel, I've been turning into like drenched sweat. Like right now I have to move from one side of the bed to the other every night, every hour. And I'm just ready for it. I have a clothes hanging up over here and I change clothes because they're soaked. I let those hang up to dry. And I switch sides of the bed. And then when I wake up the next hour, I put the clothes that have just dried, because I can't go through that much laundry. Otherwise, I'm changing 8 times a night. So I just have to like hang them up to dry. And it's like never a constant sleep. And because of this, it's made me a little loopy. It's made me a little bit, and I have to keep working right now though, because like all of us, it's a struggle right now, my personal readings are really the only way I make money. I don't make money from YouTube. My donations and my personal readings are the only ways that I make it through right now. This is my full-time job. And people can't afford personal readings because they're laid off, so all I can really do is keep on trying, like all of us. I know it's been hard out there, you guys. I know it's been really hard, and I know it's scary because we don't have a timetable. But maybe that's kind of what Spirit wants you to learn. Hang on. You have to let go of this A to B linear idea of life. Thank you. They're saying you have to let go of life in a line. A to B. I am born, I live, and I die. For this is not the situation. And we take this in on such a macro level. We are not good at not knowing what's going to happen. But what they want you to know is that is what is making you miss out on life. Because life is cyclic. They're saying you got to let go of this whole getting scared of death thing, because that's the part that you're reborn. You see, to them, and hang on. I'm listening. When I'm looking over here, it's like kind of like, I feel like you're yelling at me. Like he's like got this light thing going on, and it's just like a pulsing light. But I feel like he's like, when people text in all caps and you're like, whoa, why are you yelling at me, homie? So it's stressing me out. Okay. He's excited. He's saying, okay. He's saying it is cyclic. It is cyclic. That's another thing. I'm much more sensitive now because my guards are down. So there's a lot more stuff coming in. So I'm like, may as well record it. That's what we're here for. So he's saying life is cyclic. And we see life as we see death, not as you see it. We see death as simply lucky you get to start all over. It is an endless loop of growing. One lifetime is like one petal on your flower. It's kind of like, okay, thank you. They're reminding me of something I saw. I think it was Esther Hicks. Hold on, I've got my TV on and it's got some kind of screensaver thing going on that's not working out. Okay. Sorry. My pants, I even have my pants undone because I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard earlier. So I have my pants undone. They started falling off when I stood up. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, like I said, it doesn't matter. Okay, so they reminded me of something I saw about, I'm not sure if you've heard of Esther Hicks. She's a channel. She channels another being, and I can't, somebody knows, can't remember the name right now. Sorry, I'm just, oh my goodness. And I've also got allergies, so if you see me, y'all. So Esther Hicks channeled something. Abraham Hicks, thank you. So Esther channeled something from Abraham, from the other side, talking about something similar about death. And he said, death is like, he said, here's what it's like. It's like you're going to see a movie at the movie theater. And you've heard from all your friends, oh, this is such a great movie. Let's go see this movie. You have to go see this movie. It's just the best movie. So you go to see the movie. And you watch about 5 minutes of it. And you leave because you're like, oh, this is not what I thought it was going to be. I'm kind of looking to grow somewhere else or do something else or learn something else. Your higher self is in charge of when you come and go. Okay? And that is you. Okay? Please understand that. And you're like, it's not really my style. This is, I was kind of looking for something else, so I'm going to go. And you walk out of the theater. And then the whole theater stops the movie and has a funeral for you. Because they're like, oh my God, you were supposed to sit here and watch this with us. How dare you leave us? And that's how they want us to understand. They see it when we, go through the death experience. Like, how could this happen to us? It's like, you guys are in the middle of a movie. Just keep going with your movie. Yeah, it wasn't their movie, but they're going to come back in and see a different movie. That's how they see it. So they're like, please, we love you, and getting hung up on this death stuff, and it's not helpful. You understand? I'm not saying that death doesn't hurt. Yes, I know, because this is the only reality that we know. We're very much, we choose to be closed into this reality because it helps us to truly experience it to the fullest. Right? Have you ever watched a good movie and you're so absorbed into it that it's like, whoa. You walk out of the theater and it's kind of like a shift in reality for a second. There went 2 hours of my life, either good or bad. And it's like that. It's like that. They're saying the more that you understand that this life is meant to be an experience and that death is the gift. Death is the rewind. Be kind, rewind. Death is the, I get to start all over while having grown in my past life. Even if, you hear people joke about, they're going to come back as a toilet brush, or something like that. That's not the case. Okay. Even if someone, has done some, what we consider by society, awful things, especially for those who have hurt other people and stuff, even if that's happened to them awfully, that might have been something they had to learn here in some way. And I'm not saying exactly the way it played out, right? But trust me, the worse that person was in this life, and then they come up into their higher self and look at that, and they're like, oh, man. Well, I took that lesson too far, right? Like Hitler, I'm sure he was like, sorry, guys. Didn't mean to go there with it. I'm sorry. That wasn't funny. But yeah, it was kind of funny. But you know what I mean? What I'm saying is they don't see it as catastrophically as we see one lifetime. Right? As we see one lifetime. There is so much more. Inconceivably more. They find us adoring and sweet and charming and just darlings. That's what I keep like that. That's kind of like what I would, the feelings I'm getting from how they feel about us. And they are here to help us grow. They're just asking us to calm down, right? Pull yourself out of the world sometimes. People get so invested in the minute to minute life. Pull yourself out of it sometimes and look at it, right? Look at your family. Look at your marriage. Look at your career from a third person's perspective. Do it from your 15-year-old self perspective, back whenever you were still dreaming and anything was possible. And would you be happy with where your life is right now? Sometimes we go down a path and we just get stuck there. That's okay. But if you feel stuck, time to get unstuck, right? And you're the only one that can do that. This is what this is all about right now. This cyclic incubation. And believe me, my friends, it is not the first or last time it will happen. Mother Earth, Spirit, Universe does this cyclic incubation to bring us back to center. We've had many plagues. We've had many, many times throughout the world. Gaia, yes, Jason, throughout Gaia, where she says, my children are getting lost in the sauce. I better fix this, right? So she sends a little pop on the butt. Bring us back to center, like a good mother would, right? She's teaching us, bringing us back to center. It's not a big deal, right? I mean, it is a big deal, obviously. I'm sorry. I don't mean to downplay it. But we need to calm down in thinking this is a catastrophic event that's going to kill off. It's not. It's not going to kill off everybody. It's a rumbling. And I do suspect there to be a bit more if people don't start listening. Because that's what a good mom does. She's going to holler. And she's done that a few times with a few different earthquakes and weather anomalies. And now she says, okay, you're going to listen to the holler and I'm going to pop you in the butt. Right? Because she doesn't want a child that's going to run out in the street. That pop on the butt hurts a lot worse than getting hit by a car, doesn't it? That's what she's trying to teach us. This healer card keeps coming out. I keep putting them back together and it keeps coming out. She wants us to know we are each healers within us. We are all healers, especially if you're resonating with my channel. You are a healer. And that can be in many different ways. You know, I'm here today. I have tarot cards, and other days I'm trying to make you laugh, and other days I'm trying to make you have provoking thoughts, to go within, to look at the ugly. Those are all healing. What is your healing gift? We all have one. We're all in a unique fragment of light. Is it the way you listen to people? Is it the way you talk to people? Is it in your art? Is it in your music? Is it in your words? We each have a unique way of healing others. Is it in your ability to help them to see the situation clearly? A rebirth is going on in the world, and we are answering it. Especially if you're attracted to this channel, you guys are answering it. I can feel you. I said the other day, I had a dream. That I was in a field, and I was the one that planted the field, and it was rows like this actually. And all of a sudden flowers started blooming, and I came out another day and another day and another day, and I kept looking at these flowers. And it's funny, I kept switching in the dream, and I'd go somewhere, almost in someone else's dream it seemed like. And then these flowers started blooming. They were all yellow. They weren't different colors. They were all yellow. And they started blooming, kind of looked like tulips. And then suddenly, I walked out one day and I felt this energy. Look at the stars. I felt this magic, this energy, and they all started going. People are downloading. People are ascending. This is the second coming. This is the time when your passions are going to be opening up. Oh, look at the next one. Awakening. Look at this. Flowers opening up. Awakening. This is happening. You must step into it. Turn your panic into prayers. Right? Now is the time to meditate. Now is the time when you are planting seeds that you are going to harvest in 6 months, a year. Right? You're planting seeds now, harvest, if we're living cyclically, right? Planting seeds, right? Spring, blossoming, fall, summer, harvest, right? Live cyclically. They're begging you to follow your passions. They are saying, if you don't know what to do, just do what makes you happy. What makes you smile? Start there. You may be, I don't know how to word that. You may need to train yourself. You may need to train yourself to find passion. In doing this, that means maybe you don't know how to laugh anymore. Go watch some kind of funny videos or play some different game. Do something different. So many of you are on, I do this every day and this every day and this every day and this every day. And if anything happens outside of your norm, it's because someone brought it in. How often are you causing something to happen outside of you? Should be breaking your cycle every day to keep this baby up here sharp. To say, because sometimes these neural pathways that are going through your brain, they build patterns, okay? Because that's what makes ego feel safe. Whenever we have, that's its job. Its whole job is to build patterns. Its whole job is to say, oh, something new, I don't like it. So I have to make a pattern of it. We do this and this and this, okay, I know how it's going to end. We do this and this and this, okay, I know how it's going to end. Right? Like when you wake up in the morning, many of us have a ritual where you don't really have to open your eyes too much to get to the bathroom, do your thing, go make some coffee, whatever your ritual is. Your brain starts to build a pattern on that. Well, what about when your life becomes a pattern? That's scary. That's why when you're a child, you feel this passion. The innocence of the horse, white of the horse is innocence. The red is passion. The sun shining upon you. The child is naked to prove innocence because it hasn't been harmed by worldviews. The sunflowers of joy. What about when life becomes a pattern? When you stop remembering getting to work, and when you stop remembering even getting through your workday. When everything starts to become so habitual that you're forgetting life. Take your time with every little thing. Every little thing, take time. Take your time with every little thing. Every little thing, take time. Take your time. Opening the passion is taking time with what you're doing. Breaking cycles. I'm not saying that habits and patterns aren't good. They are good. There's a reason that we have this beautiful brain. But it is that. It's a computer. And we are meant to run it. The soul runs the computer, not the other way around. Are you allowing your brain to run everything in your life? If that is the case, you don't have a life. You have a manual. And eventually, Spirit's going to send this to shake you up. To shake you up. Eventually, you will end up getting depressed because you're allowing this brain to do all the living. That's where meditation comes in. That's where breaking cycles comes in. Maybe one day you're driving down the road and you've driven past that guy that has a pickup truck with fruit in the back or something, and you've never bought any for whatever reason. But maybe today you stop off on your way home from work and you buy a little fruit from that guy, you know, in his fruit stand. You know, there's so many different things that you can do just to change up your routine. Maybe instead of going straight home from work, you go meditate at the park before you get home to your crazy kids, right? And I'm not talking about an hour. I'm talking about 20 minutes. Go to the park. Sit by the pond or whatever they got out at your park. Okay, Spirit, what do you got for the soul tribe? They're asking you to take control of your life again rather than running on automatic. Running on automatic. If you don't, okay, they're saying you have an option. Okay? They're saying if you do take, look at this king, how he's sitting forward. This is the only king in the deck that's like, yeah, bring it on. Bring it on. Right? You can do this responsibly. That's why they're showing it in the king. You can do this responsibly. His throne goes straight up to the heavens because he is spiritually enlightened. He listens to spirit. He listens to his intuition, but he does not stop living. Sometimes I say you can become so spiritual that you're of no earthly value. They want you to live here. This is a cooperation. They don't want you up there with them right now. You don't want to be up there with them, even though it seems like fun because it's different than here. When you get back over there and review your life, you're going to be like, oh man, I didn't do anything. It's not supposed to feel safe all the time. I know it feels good to feel safe, but sometimes you got to shake things up. And they're saying, you got this. You got this. They're saying if you do this, you get this. Here is Spirit handing you a brand new opportunity. Something that's going to make you feel so passionate. Something that's going to have, look at all of these different leaves springing off of it. It's something that's going to not only make you feel passionate, but it's going to open so many doors. That is the blessing you get for going forward, being confident, being courageous, getting fun, comfortable. Because until you leave your comfort zone, that's where the fun starts. Standing outside the fire. Standing outside the fire. Life is not tried, it's just merely survived if you're standing outside the fire. Whoa, whoa. Okay. If you're willing to do that, they're wanting you to know right now one of your powers of this 2020. They're wanting you to see, and the reason they're pulling you in to do this, clear through this inner conflict muck, okay? I'm seeing that it's either this or this for many, not all of you, for many of you out there who are struggling, okay? They're saying if you want this, you got to step outside your comfort zone. You got to recognize this inner struggle. For some of you, it's inner struggle. For some of you, or inner conflict, same thing. And for some of you, it's depression, right? Living in the past. Time to clear that out. They're saying it's time to transmute this energy, and you have the ability to do that now more than ever. These two tens are the same frequency on different vibrations. They're saying if you are at this 10 of wands, why are you allowing it to burden you down? For they were not meant to, these battles were not meant to happen to you, but for you. They weren't meant to happen to you, but for you. And this is where you can be. Vibrate your 10 here. For this card, I always say, man, it's like somebody goes to the luggage rack, you know, that turnstile thing. After a long flight, they're exhausted. And they pick up their luggage, and then what do? They're picking up everybody else's. And your spirit guides, your angels are sitting back like, what's this mofo doing? They're like, dude, you got enough stuff to carry of your own. What are you worried about everybody else's crap for? Put it down. Transmute that 10 into 10 of cups. It is within your power. And look at the other two cards that came out with it. if you're willing to transmute those 10s, that energy, it did not happen to me. It happened for me. Another 10, major arcana card of 10, Wheel of Fortune coming up on the wheel, baby. They're saying it's that easy. You can be here and flip your energy to here. They're saying it's that easy. Where are your thoughts? Do you know what you're thinking about? They're saying if you're in a constant routine of thinking negatively, that's just going to be your life. That's why I said I'm in a new habit every day of when I wake up, before I open my eyes, before I open them, and if I catch myself trying to open them, I go like this. I make myself smile. I make myself smile. Right? And if you can't figure out a way to, you can't open your eyes until you smile. Right? There's always something that will make you smile. I promise. Right? I used to do that to my son when he was a baby, and it freaked him out. He'd be laughing and he'd go, like, who is that? And then this came out. New downloads. Again, 2 aces, you guys. Transmuting energy gets you this. Look at God handing you 2 different things. One full of passion, the other full of downloads, insights. You're going to see the world totally different. And aren't you ready for that? Aren't you ready for that? In this deck, this is my favorite tower. Oh my goodness, Ace of Swords in a different deck. Y'all, downloads are coming. Are you ready for them? Look at her holding that sword up, and look at all of the different filaments of energy going to the sword, and the birds on top of it. The cat is enthralled. Are you ready for the magic coming to you? You have to clean house, baby. You got to transmute that energy. This is my favorite connotation of the tower. Look at how this tower right here, look at her face. She's like, yeah, I had to take that crap down because it was built on crap. And look how powerful she looks now. She's like, yep, I did that. Me. Because it was built on faulty foundations. Thank you so much, Rad Jules. That's it. What I'm thinking. What's my vibration? You resonate. Right? What's my vibration? Do you know where you're vibrating? Thank you so much, my love. Thank you so much. Oh, you just contributed to my grocery bill, my friend. Where's your passion? Where is your passion? It's coming to you. It's coming to you. You simply have to hang in there a little longer. Hang in there a little longer, my darling. You're so strong. Don't give up now. It's like, yeah, they just showed me. They do this sometimes. They're like, it's like you're climbing Mount Everest. You know, you're a couple weeks into it and you're almost at the top and you can't breathe. You got sores all over your body. You're pretty much dying. You know, there's no oxygen there from what I hear. I don't know. I haven't done it. But you're almost to the top. And you're like, you know, I think I'm just going to go back down. I'm a little tired. You're almost to the top. It's like you don't realize how far you've come, how strong you are, that all of those wands were meant to happen for you and not to you. That's where your passion is coming. Change up your routines. Okay? And I know it's hard right now. You're just stuck at home because right now they're asking you to go within. But start going within and thinking about where your routines are. Go through the last normal week that you can remember and how many of those days stuck out to you. Start a journal where, if many of you may not be writers, but start a journal on just the new thing you did that day. You know what I mean? I think there was a Friends episode on that just popped in my head where Ross bought leather pants. I'm not suggesting that for anybody. Please don't buy leather pants. I just don't feel like they should have ever been in, and I don't know why. You know, I do know why they're out. Inner will, inner strength. We go onto computer mode, they're saying, because we are our source of will, our inner will, our willpower is weakening. because we're so used to getting exactly what we want when we want it. We can get on our phones now and have food here within 10 minutes. Any kind of food. The other night, I ordered pho for me and Uncle Jimbo, and he could not say that appropriately. He was like, how do you say that without the at the end? And I was like, well, you can. You just don't finish that word. Imagine you're saying half of that word. He couldn't do it. He could not do it. Wasn't going to happen for him. So I laughed my butt off over that. But the point is, we can have anything now that we want. Immediate gratification is killing our society. It's killing us. We don't have to work for anything. And I don't mean work hard even. I mean using your brain, changing up these beautiful neurons. These neurons, the reason a lot of people, as they get older, start to forget more easily or start to slow down mental processing wise, because they have stopped trying to exercise. When you're young, you're constantly working out these neurons, right? When you're in school, even in college, you know, when you are working a job that has you flipping around a lot, you're using those neural pathways, right? How often are you going through your whole days with a lot of patterns that are kind of just set in there? You know, it's like you even check in with your mind. I'm going to the grocery store. I'm going to get this, this, and this. And I'm not saying that you do the whole thing in order, but I bet if you look at it, it's just kind of like another blah day, right? Here comes the sun, little darling. It happened for you and not to you. Look at the rope hanging down on her wrist. She cut herself free. She did not inherit that throne. She earned it. They want you to remember that. You've worked so hard to get where you are. Why are you giving up on life? Be in the moment, here and now, all the time. Okay. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of positivity. I really, really want to try to get Uncle Jimbo on here soon. And he's not really a camera guy, so I was thinking of maybe like playing a game with him or something. Like, have y'all heard of that whisper challenge game? Where you have to wear headphones, noise-canceling headphones, and then someone mouths something and you have to read their lips. I was thinking something like that would be fun with him. Something maybe to get everybody lighthearted and loosen him up a little bit. And then he's just got some really amazing insights on life. Given, you know, it's really funny. Uncle Jimbo walked from California to Texas, and I walked from the East Coast to almost Texas, but not really. I tried my best. I think I stopped in Alabama, but yeah, it was at the bottom of Florida, okay? And I walked up Florida, okay? That alone, the state of Florida, when you walk around that whole armpit, is an armpit, especially in the summer, okay? And it was also alligator breeding season. So next time I'm going to be walking to Colorado in the summer, but I'm going to videotape that too. Okay, you guys, live cyclically. Be in the moment. Recognize your thoughts. Pay attention to what your thoughts are, what your vibration is. Recognize patterns and break them up. Toss them up like a good salad. Had to do it, sorry. I'm just so loopy today. I've just been living off coffee now for I don't know how long. Looking for this guy. Isn't that the cutest cup? Okay. What do the angels say? What do the spirit guides say? This is Not Go Medicine for the People, by the way. Giving a shout out. Go listen to them. They're awesome sauce. They say, don't waste your hate. Rather gather and create. Be of service. Be a sensible person. Use your words. No, don't be nervous. You can do this. You've got purpose. Find your medicine and use it. I love you, my soul tribe. Please like and subscribe. And hey, my videos are way down on views. Y'all go watch your horoscopes. For real. I did a whole bunch of them already. I'll be finishing up horoscopes by the end of Monday. I think I have 5 or 6 more to go. I love you all. Catch you on the flip side.